What's going on, guys? Fargem101 here, back with another Pokemon BattleSpot VGC matchup for you. So we're on Championship Battle on BattleSpot, and this is a matchup I had against Messiah, Muz. I'll get used to pronouncing it. No, I won't, to be fair. I'm terrible at names. He's bringing with him a really interesting team. He's bringing with him Turtonator, which I think is the second one in type match in a row we've seen a Turtonator now. Was it third even? Second or third. Who's bringing with him Porygon, Tapu Fini, and the ever-present and dangerous Mimikyu. So he's potentially got two Trick Room setters, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful of that. We are bringing with us Kano, Incineroar, Tiamat, Salamence, Play-Doh, Muck, and Rohirrim, and Mudstyle. So we won't waste any more of your time, guys. We'll jump straight into the matchup. So we're going to open up as Messiah is wearing a Wicked Team Skull t-shirt. Actually, that's pretty cool. Nice black and white Ketchum hat going on there. He's all colour coordinated with the Turtonator, and he's opening up with Porygon. We're opening up with our Salamence and our Incineroar. So not the best thing in the world, because obviously Ice Beam is a thing on Porygons. Meant he's not going to like one of those. He does get an attack boost, which is handy, as because we don't want him getting a special attack boost. So he's actually going to withdraw Turtonator this turn. And actually go into his Tapu Fini. So due to the last game where we didn't play offensive enough, I went super offensive first turn, and this is one of those where as soon as I locked the move in, I was like, oh, you idiot, he'll just go out, he can just go out into Fini or Mimikyu. So we fake out the Porygon here, trying to and get a crit, trying to stop the Ice Beam, and we actually go for our Dragonian Z. And as soon as I locked this in fact I nearly targeted down the Porygon with it as well, which would have been a better play, to be fair. Unfortunately, we're going to burn this Z move completely because he swaps his Finian. So a really good play on his part and a bit of a massive misplay on ours. I knew it was a mistake as soon as I locked it in. So we're going to protect this turn, predicting the Ice Beam from the Porygon. As we are just going to go straight for a Flare Blitz. Muddy Walker is going to not connect on Mence because for Protect, he's going to connect on Incineroar. But we are Assault Vest, so we should take that fairly well. Yeah, we don't get any nasty accuracy drops either. So Flare Blitz is going to come through and connect. I just want damage on this Porygon because this thing's dangerous. It does a nice big chunk. It's a bit damaged, to be fair, particularly considering how defensive that is. Ice Beam is going to come through and connect on Mence. So Mence is not staying in this turn. Mence is getting the heckles out of there. And we are going to go out into Muck. If you go Muddy Water or Ice Beam again, can take those pretty well. But he actually withdraws the Polygon as we go from the Flare Blitz on it and sends out the Turtonator. So the Turtonator is coming back in. As Fini goes for Dazzling Gleam, Incineroar will take that fairly well because the Assault Vest. Muck will take that all day, every day, as we go for a Flare Blitz. So good little switch on his part. Turtonator takes that really, really well. We're going to take a little bit of damage from Recall. So we see Nature's Madness from Fini. That goes into Muck. It's actually really clever to have on there. I took it off my Coco, but particularly on Mux, because it's going to automatically activate my berry every single time and then get me back down to health, so to half. So it activates Figure, gets us back up to full health. We're just going to go straight for a Darkest Lariat here, and while it is resisted, we just need to start getting some damage off on Fini, because Fini can be a pain in the ass. But Mud goes for Poison Jab. This should do a nice big chunk of damage to Fini though. Although Fini is one of the bulkier of the Tapus. It takes it down to less than 50%. Flamethrower is going to connect on Muck. Everybody hates Muck. Everybody. We're going to see lefties on Fini. Yeah, lefties on Fini. So this is definitely a really bulky variant of Fini. It's probably slightly bulkier than the one I run, I think. We're going to protect with Muck this turn. As Fini goes for another Muddy Water, which is fine. Because everybody hates Muck. Incineroar does avoid the attack. We'd have lived that anyway, so, but still. Earthquake from Incineroar is going to come through. It's going to do a decent chunk to the Turtonator, and it is super effective. Does a tiny little bit more to Fini. As we see the Dragon Pulse come out straight into Muck's Protect. Yeah, everybody hates Muck. I don't know what he's done to upset everyone, or she's done to upset everyone this game, but still. Maybe they've just been had trouble dealing with them before. We see Misty Train's going to spear. Muddy Water is going to come through. It is going to connect on both this time. Incineroar should live it this turn. Yeah, it doesn't do too much. It takes us down to 6 though. We're going to Darkest Lariat into Fini and Poison Jab. Although it's resisted, it was probably the best thing I got to hit it without doing damage to Muck. And I just, because of its bulk, I wanted to make sure we definitely picked up the KO this turn on it, because Fini is a problem. And that plus Poison Jab takes out Fini. as Turtonator goes for a flamethrower. So we are starting to claw this match back a little bit after that massive misplay at the start, which could have cost us the game. We see Mimikyu come in now, so Mimikyu is a pain in the butt. We're going to protect with Muck. We can see Shadow Sneak connect from Mimikyu. Forgot this thing got Shadow Sneak. I should know mine's got it. It knocks out Incineroar, unfortunately. We were actually going for an EQ that move, so I figured, oh, I need this thing's Disguise broken, and it got extra damage off on Turtonator. And I figured Turtonator would probably target Muck down as well, to be fair. We can get into Mudsdale, though. So Mudsdale is Mimikyu killer. Muck's quite low, so we're going to Shadow Sneak with Muck to break the Disguise, because I know Muck outspeeds Mudsdale. So Mimikyu's Disguise is going to be busted. Floppy head moment. Mimikyu's actually attacking Woodhammer, which was a bit of a surprise, but it's non-stab. It does a lot of damage, but we should live that because we are bulky. We get the stamina boost, won't make too much difference as Mimikyu takes a butt ton of recall. So that recall plus Life Orb plus getting heavy slammed in the head. Flamethrower is going to connect onto Muck. We're going to leave that on 4 because we're Muck and we rock. Heavy Slam's going to connect on Mimikyu. That is going to do a ton of damage and Mimikyu goes down. So we just pancake slam this thing into out of existence, which is great news. As Porygon comes back in, so I figured Mudstar was dead. Everything outspeeds me. The question was, how do I beat this thing? So we're going to go for a knockoff with Muck. We can see Ice Beam from the Porygon, so I think the Porygon would KO Mudstar this turn, take that opportunity. I know he outspeed the Turtonator, who's probably targeting Muck down, but I needed to get rid of this thing's Eviolite. It was the only way we were going to win it. So Eviolite goes down, because I know Ment outspeeds, but I didn't know whether Ment could KO. And depending on this thing's spread, which it's looking like it's more of a defensive set, there was a good chance we'd deliver Dragon Pulse. So that's what I'm kind of betting on right now. That and hoping Draco doesn't miss. So we're going to click Flamethrower. I didn't want to risk a miss with Draco or get the special defense drop, which would potentially cost us against for Turtonator later. So hopefully with the Eviolite gone, I'm betting this should pick up the max special attack. And it does, which is great news for us. So that thing's gone. Now it's just a gamble there on whether we can actually live this Dragon Pulse, which we do on 15th. I figured we might. I knew it was going to be close. Again, depending on its spread. So we're going to just drop a Draco. I'm stood next to the DS with both my fingers crossed because I know what mine looks like. But we do pick it up. Should one-shot this thing, so it hasn't got much health left despite its bulk. So Tiamat's going to come in here and win that game for us. So yeah, despite that massive misplay at the start with that flaming thing, we should have... Oh, it's kicking myself when that happened. But I think we played pretty well to pull that one back through. Knockoff onto Porygon in that turn was definitely key because it may have actually lived that flamethrower with the bloody Eviolite. So, hope you enjoyed that one, guys. If you did, please make sure to go and smash that like button down below. Any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll always try and reply back to anyone that leaves any down there. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more content updates. And if you're not already following me on Twitter, as I do, I'm quite active on Twitter. I always try and reply to any messages I get in there. As you can see, the Twitter address is @FileDreamer101 and is on your screen right now. Have yourselves a good day, guys, and if I don't see you around, I will see you on Battlespot. Take care for now. Bye.